Buenos días, nos complace darle la bienvenida a esta última actividad de nuestra cuarta semana de las jornadas de internacionalización organizadas por la Dirección de Relaciones Exteriores de la Universidad Nacional de Colombia para este primer semestre del 2021. El interés de la comunidad académica en la cooperación, en la movilidad, en la cultura de Portugal es supremamente alto. Y por eso hoy nos complace contar con una universidad invitada muy especial, la Universidad de Porto. Y me acompaña en la introducción y en el desarrollo de este conversatorio mi colega Pilar Ruiz, quien forma parte del área de Relaciones Estratégicas de la Dirección de Relaciones Exteriores. I'm very pleased to welcome you, Ângela Carvalho and Sara Martins from the International Office at the University of Porto in Portugal. I was just saying that we are very interested in learning more about your country, your university, and that the interest of our academic community in your university is very high. So I'm sure that our community is going to take the most of this presentation, and then that at the end we will have a chance to answer some questions that will be gathering. So once more, thank you for accepting the invitation, for taking the time, and for sharing with us information about the opportunities we have to cooperate with you. Y ahora le doy la palabra entonces a Pilar.
Muchas gracias, profesora Melba. Bienvenidos todos a esta nueva versión de la jornada de internacionalización organizada por la DRE. Como la profesora Melba mencionaba, hoy nos acompaña la Universidad de Oporto, que es la segunda universidad portuguesa más grande en número de estudiantes matriculados después de la Universidad de Lisboa y tiene uno de los resultados de investigación más destacados en Portugal. Con esta universidad, nuestra Universidad Nacional de Colombia, tenemos un convenio marco firmado y de cotutela y de intercambio académico desde el año 2005. El más reciente es el de cotutela que se firmó en el 2019. A continuación le damos paso a nuestras invitadas Ângela Carvalho y Sara Martins, sin antes recordarle a nuestra audiencia que nuestras sesiones están siendo grabadas y alojadas en el perfil web del canal de YouTube de la DRE y en el canal de Facebook. Bienvenidas Ângela y Sara. Welcome Sara and Ângela. So go ahead with your presentation. Thank you very much to accept our invitation.
Okay, so good morning to you all. Good afternoon for us, but for you it's still very early in the morning. So thank you very much for your invitation on behalf of the University of Porto. We are very pleased to be part of this event. So without further delay, we're going to start our presentation about our university and everything that it has to offer to our potential students, visiting students and teaching staff and administrative staff as well. So I'm going to share with you my full screen. Okay, so I believe you are able to see the presentation now. Okay, so the University of Porto is, as Pilar just said, the second largest university in Portugal. It is located in the north of Portugal, but before I start talking a little bit about us, I'm going to show you a short video about the University of Porto and its structure. So I'll see you in 1 minute.
The University of Porto sits in the top 1% of the world's universities, internationally recognized by the quality and depth of its teaching and research. As a comprehensive university, we offer courses in all study areas and all levels of higher education, from undergraduate to postgraduate programs. reasons more than enough to be the preferred university in Portugal by national and international students. A community of more than 30,000 that choose the University of Porto to develop their career path or a research project. We stand out as the largest producer of science in Portugal, authoring 25% of all the scientific papers published every year. In our research units, you may find some of the most productive and renowned European R&D centers. Consequently, the University of Porto is a driver for innovation, helping students and researchers turn ideas into new products, services, and companies. Hundreds of startups and thousands of new jobs were created in our premises, affirming Porto as one of the most innovative regions of Europe. Moreover, all this is done in one of the most beautiful regions and cities of the world, voted as Best European Destination. The city of Porto is itself an attraction, booming with life and culture, and we at the University of Porto would welcome you with open arms. The University of Porto sits in...
Okay, sorry about this. Okay, so back to the presentation. The University of Porto was created a long time ago, so its creation dates back to the 18th century, and it's currently one of the most considered to be one of the most prestigious higher education institution in Portugal, and it has been in the last years already classified between the top 100 and 150 best universities in Europe. The University of Porto is located in the north of Portugal, as you may see in this map. And well, as it's an ancient university, it doesn't not concentrate all its faculties in one single campus. So we have the faculties concentrated in three main locations in the city. So we have in Campus 1, which is located in the city center, where the rectorate is also located. You will have the opportunity to see the Faculty of Fine Arts, the Faculty of Law, the Faculty of Pharmacy, and one of the two medical schools of the University of Porto, which is called the Institute of Biomedical Sciences, Abel Salazar. Then we have in Campus 2, located in the north of the city, we will find the faculties of sports, economics, engineering, dental medicine, psychology, and education sciences, and the second school of medicine that is also connected to one of the two main hospitals of the city, the Faculty of Medicine. And then we have Campus 3, which is not far from the Campus 1, also near the city center, and where the faculties of architecture, sciences, nutrition and food sciences, and arts and humanities are located at. Regarding the infrastructures, well, the University of Porto has several restaurants, canteens, snack bars, and grills spread in the three campuses of the university. You also will be able to find 9 halls of residence, 16 libraries in the several faculties, most of them, 12 museums connected to the university as well, 2 e-learning cafes, 4 sports centers, and the university benefits from wireless connection in all university buildings. The networks is a network EduRoam that you may also find in several universities around Europe and some of them also in other parts of the world. So, well, the University of Porto has been the most sought after university by Portuguese students. So every year for the last years, we have had almost 2 applicants choosing as a first choice the University of Porto to be to integrate and to undertake their studies. For the first cycle and integrated masters. So we don't have enough available places for all the students that are looking for us. fortunately, of course. We have a wide offer regarding the academic programs that we have. In total, we have 284 training programs divided into the different cycles, study cycles. So in the first cycles or bachelor, we have 34 programs. Regarding the second cycle, which are masters, we will have 148 second cycle degrees, and integrated masters we have 18 right now. This is changing currently, so most of the programs are suffering some restructuring phase, and so they're going to turn into first and second cycle programs separately. Right now, the integrated masters integrate first and second cycle programs. And we have 94 third cycle programs as well. As I was saying, our education offer is quite wide. So we offer most the fields of studies that are possible. And regarding mobility, we have been welcoming more than 1,000 Erasmus students each academic year in all these fields of study. Currently, regarding the language, the study language, currently our national legal framework obliges us to offer the first cycle degrees mainly in Portuguese. However, more and more our faculties are offering studies in English as well, so you will be able to find a lot of unique courses available in English language, mainly in the faculties of engineering, economics, and arts and humanities, but also in other faculties. And there has been an effort of the university to offer more and more programs and unit courses in English language. Regarding the masters and PhDs, these study cycles offer a higher number of courses fully taught in English, so you have plenty of choice. So and more in English as well. However, for you, I believe that, well, Spanish language is not that different from Portuguese. So I believe that even for the Portuguese programs, you will be fully able to understand them and follow the classes without, well, with some effort, of course, but without big difficulties. So this is our webpage. So I'm going to show you how it looks like, so that you are able to find and to look for some programs that you might be interested in. So when you get to the webpage of the University of Porto, by choosing the tab studying and then courses, you will find the programs offered by the university. So if you have something specific in mind, you can just search it here by writing what you want, or you can go through the list, which is very extensive, just by going this way. Okay. So now I'm going to give the floor to my colleague Sara Martins, who will proceed with this presentation. So Sara, if you don't mind.
Hello to all of you. As Ângela said, my name is Sara. It is a pleasure to be here with you to talk a bit about our university that we are very proud to work in and to contribute to the objectives of internationalization. So one of our main tasks and our main goals that we work for together with our faculties is to promote ambassadors. So to work for you, to provide you all the support, all the information, all the initiatives, so that when you go back to your home institution, you talk with your colleagues about the incredible experience you had at the University of Porto. So act a bit as our ambassadors in your home country. So you can proceed, Ângela. Our work starts before your arrival, during the application and the registration process. So it starts here. We work together as well with our communication department to produce materials that are attractive to our prospective students, so that you feel you have all the information, that you feel enthusiastic to undertake your mobility with us. I can show you our fact sheet that we prepared for our students, with a lot of information, practical.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So visually, it's very attractive. It's interactive, so it's easy for you to, if you want to know more about certain topics, to click in the page and get access to those topics. It is at the same time a fact sheet and also application procedures document, so that you have all the information in the same place. So this is for you to know if you undertake a mobility at the Oporto, the document you can count with. Our motto during the last few years has been the adventure begins. So it's an adventure, your mobility here with us. And then, of course, this is the fun part. Then we have the more bureaucratical part where you will need to fill in an application form in our page, where you will need to fill in some information, academic information, so that our faculties can analyze your application and hopefully approve you for a mobility period. You can proceed. This is, well, as Ângela said, and as you could see in our video, we are one of the most beautiful cities in Portugal, in the country, and we are also one of the most cheap cities, not only in Portugal. Comparing with Lisbon, we are a bit cheap in terms of cost of living, but also in Europe in general. This is an overview of the typical things you buy while you are here living on a daily basis. You can proceed. As we said, also regarding that previous slide, we are a student-friendly city as well regarding cost of living. So that was before arrival. Then upon arrival, we have our welcoming session and also oral orientation sessions for you. So, of course, I will show you now how it was before this pandemic and how we expect it will be very soon as well, that we can resume the activities as they were before very soon, because, well, we are very confident regarding the vaccination process and everything. So we expect to resume these activities very soon. So before COVID, we had a registration meeting for our incoming students here at the Rectorate building. So all the students came here to meet us, the Central International Relations Office, so that we also do these sessions to ensure that all the students receive the same information, the same practical information regarding their arrival and their mobility here at the University of Porto. So the students were received here by us, by the incoming mobility unit. We would present a video with practical information regarding the city and the University of Porto. We would also deliver you your student card of the University of Porto and a welcoming kit with some promotional materials of the University of Porto. And of course, we would clarify all the doubts you would have regarding your mobility. Then we have our very famous welcoming day. It was an entire afternoon, also here at the central building, the historical building of the Rectorate of the University of Porto. We had the first moment in which students were received in our grand hall, in our Salon Nobre, a very noble room of the Rectorate, by our rector and our vice rector, who would address some welcoming words to our students. This session was bilingual, both in English and Portuguese, and the students were received in this grand hall. This was the first moment. And then the second moment, a more informal moment in our patio. Here also at the rectorate, we have an interior patio where all the students were received and could network between themselves. And we would also have some entities with whom we cooperate, like our sports center, our ESN, Erasmus Student Network, that also help us a lot with integration here in the university and the city of Porto. So we would have an afternoon full of activities for our new incoming students that were going to undertake a mobility. Here you can see some pictures of the events. So we also, as well, always took a family photo with our rector and with our students, with our flags of the different countries. We had the performance of our sports group that has interactive classes with the students. We had our academic group called Tuna, not the fish, not the tuna fish, but they are called Tuna Académica. That also, it's a very traditional academic group at the University of Porto with those capes, with the traditional academic outfits, and they would also perform traditional songs to our students. Proceed. But then the pandemic arrived and we all needed to do our part. We were in telework for many months. Now we are slowly resuming the activities. Right now we are in mirror. Some of us are in telework, some of us are presentially working. So let's hope that soon we'll be able to resume the activities. Now, during the stay of the students, you can proceed. So before the pandemic, we had monthly workshops promoted here by the central office and also by our faculties. Several workshops on several subjects. We have here some examples. Then we had, of course, our traditional festivities so that our students could get to know the traditional festivities held here at Portugal. Our networking events, we had cultural sessions, lunches, sunset parties, also so that students could know each other's cultures. And we also have activities promoted together with our partners of the city, like the Porto City Hall, that has activities also to integrate students in the city life. We have cultural visits, guided visits to the historical sites of the city of Porto, and they were promoted by the city hall, and they have a specialized guide that would explain students the historical curiosities about the sites they visited. And we also had a very interesting initiative promoted also by the Porto City Hall, that were our Classes Without Frontiers, where our students could go to the high schools and promote their country and their culture among the high school students, and also make them curious about knowing different countries and different cultures. Then, as I spoke as well before, we have ESN, Erasmus Student Network, that promoted a lot as well of integration activities with the students, to which students could participate. Then we had a lot of partnerships as well with the cultural entities like theaters, cinemas, parks like the Serralves Park, Casa da Música, that is a concert hall that promoted concerts specifically for our mobility students with discounts. So these were the activities we promoted in order to ensure you felt completely integrated in the city and University of Porto. Then, as I spoke as well before, we have our city partners, especially our Porto City Hall, with whom we cooperate a lot. We had some specific sessions for our mobility students, such as this safety on mobility that was promoted by the tourism department of the police. So the police would come here to the rectorate and speak a bit about practical information that all students need to know regarding the life in a foreign country as young people. So very practical information that we think may help you with your life in a foreign country. We also had a session about the access to public health system for foreigners, also very useful in case of need. And as I spoke before, with our cultural entities as well, like the municipal theatre, cinemas, and museums. Right now, we are still undertaking virtual activities, so this pandemic didn't allow us to be very proactive. We needed to be more reactive and think in the moment on how we could keep you motivated to undertake a mobility and safe and confident and not alone. So we undertook a lot of virtual activities. Our registration meeting that was before held here at the rectorate is now being undertaken through Zoom. So we do a Zoom with all of our students to explain the practical information and to give all the information you need regarding your mobility. Our faculties as well, they promote their own orientation days where they provide more detailed information regarding academic procedures you need to follow specifically at the faculty. Normally, these orientation sessions at the faculty are also held by the mobility coordinator, so that you get to know who is the mobility coordinator of the faculty. And our Erasmus student network also helped us a lot and cooperated a lot regarding the diversity of activities we can offer you in this context right now. The delivery, we maintain the delivery of our student card and our welcoming kit to our students with all the safety measures, as you can see here in the picture. So you are received here at the rectorate by us with all the safety measures, and we deliver you the student card and the welcoming kit. Then our services at the University of Porto. So we have also our partners inside the university, like the sports center and the social action services that help us a lot with your integration and with to make your mobility as exciting as possible and as stimulating as possible. And then, of course, as I spoke as well, our ESN Porto that help us a lot. We count with them a lot to help us with the events and the initiatives regarding your integration at the city and the University of Porto. We are always ready to help. With this pandemic, we have here at the international office an emergency contact. It is a mobile phone number that belongs to a person that works here, to where you can call every time you need urgent support from our side. With the pandemic situation, we added 2 other contacts because we really felt we really needed to be reachable to all of you. So right now we have 3 emergency contacts you can reach in case of need. We have also our European emergency number, 112. And we also have our SNS 24 number, to where you can call 24 hours per day, every day. And then this number will connect to the police, to the firefighters, or to the hospital. Okay, so these are our emergency contacts in case of need. And then after the mobility, of course, we will want to know how it went and if you want to be our ambassadors when you go back home. So this is the questionnaire we will send you in the end of your mobility. Please fill it in. It's very important for us to receive your feedback, to know how we can improve, the activities we should maintain, the activities we should improve. Your feedback is extremely important for us. So our questionnaire covers all the period of your mobility. Basically, this is the example of the sections it covers. So why you chose the Oporto to undertake your mobility, the opinion of the service provided both here at the central services and at the international office of the faculty, the opinion on the quality of teaching and the education offer and the research offer. This is very important for us right now, because right now we are in an hybrid mode of teaching and learning. So we provide a mixture of online and face-to-face activities. So it's very important for us to know how that is going, how we can improve our offer regarding this aspect. On the accommodation, the language training, the integration, and of course the global assessment of the mobility, if the mobility met the expectations and if you would recommend the mobility to your colleagues. This is the result of our last questionnaire. Normally it's a bit higher, those 80% normally are 90, but because of the pandemic situation, there was a decrease here. We are counting on you to keep up, to increase this number. So the Oporto was the first choice of the 80% of the international students that undertook a mobility with us. And the main reason for that was the quality of teaching, the reputation of the institution. It was recommended by other colleagues or professors, the city, the country, and the culture. This is the last results. So 90% of the students recommend the Oporto as the best international experience, and 88% consider the mobility experience met or exceeded the expectations. These are our contacts, so we are available in all the platforms, including Skype, our email, our web pages, our Facebook page, and we have a scheduling platform that I will not speak about a lot about now because it's more dedicated to the students that are already here. But for you to know that we have a scheduling platform for you to book an appointment with us here, every time you need to speak with us, we are available. And for us, we just want you to begin your adventure with us. Choose the Oporto to undertake your mobility period.
Are you looking for a new adventure? Ever thought about studying abroad? Do you enjoy a modern and vibrant city? Or do you prefer that old, traditional charm? The hustle and bustle of the busy streets? Or the grass rubbing your fingertips? Do you need a place to study alone, just you and the books? Perhaps you want to learn in a more creative way. Do you prefer a relaxed city on the riverside, or the cool breeze of the sea tempting you to go in? And in your spare time, do you prefer enjoying the sunset with your friends, or those long, memorable nights in the city? What if you could have it all? At the University of Porto, you can study in one of the highest-ranked universities and make your studies memorable with the city right around the corner. So, see you in Porto?
I hope this video has made you more curious about knowing us. So these are our names of the incoming mobility unit here at the Central Services of the University of Porto. Our mobility coordinator, Luisa Capitão, and our pro-rector, Professor Maria Joana Carvalho. We are looking forward to seeing you here very soon at the Oporto.
Well, thank you very much, Ângela and Sara. This is a very good information to take the opportunity to travel to Porto University to make a student exchange. So we have some questions for the public. The first one is, nowadays in the COVID context, are there presential classes at the University of Porto?
Yes. As Sara already told during the presentation, we are now in an hybrid mode. So we have some face-to-face activities and classes combined with online classes. So we are not 100% with face-to-face classes, but it's mixed. So, but yes, we have some of the classes which are presential.
Thank you very much. The next question is, are there scholarships for PhD programs?
Well, the Oporto in its organizational structure doesn't award scholarships, but we cooperate in several projects that provide financing for students, researchers, and staff. If you want more information, you can send us an email or also contact the home institution in order to know what are the available opportunities.
Okay, thank you. Another question is, how is the cultural impact with Latin American students?
Well, this is a tricky question because, well, I believe that, you know, Latin America is not that different culturally from Portuguese culture. So there are a lot of similarities. Of course, we are in Europe, so there are the main differences that separate, you know, America from Europe. But I believe that, well, our languages, for example, they are not that different from each other. So I believe, well, if you come to Portugal, most of Portuguese people will understand you while you talk Spanish. So I believe we are able to understand each other by even if each one of us speak our mother tongue. And then culturally, well, we have, I don't know, Sara, if you have any other thing that you would like to add. You know, we have
I think
some
we have
festivities as well.
I think we have more similarities than differences. That's for sure. That's for sure. We are also very welcoming. We identify a lot with Latin American peoples because you are very welcoming. We are also very welcoming, especially here at Porto, at the city of Porto. We are very warm and welcoming. We always want to help.
We have good food as well.
Yes, we have very good food as well.
Good food.
So I think for sure we have more similarities than differences.
Okay, that's true, definitely. That is an advantage. Okay, another question is, what about the transportation system? How does the students transport among the different campuses and in the city?
So
well,
the campus it's okay.
Well, the city of Porto is very well served regarding public transportation. Well, the city is not that big as well, so there's a metro covering most of the part of the city, and a lot of buses network as well. We have metro, train, buses, and well, students are able to go from one campus to another by metro or by bus without any problem. We have a monthly card which is called Andante, so that they can purchase once they are here. That will allow them to choose the zones that they want or that they need to travel from, and they will be able to use it for all the different transportation means in the city.
Very good, thank you very much. Another question about the faculties. Which faculties are chosen by the most of Latin American students?
Well, we have 14 faculties. We have a lot of diversity. I can give you maybe a top 3, but that's also related with the size of the faculty. But the majority of the students choose our faculty of engineering, our faculty of arts and humanities, also because they have a diversity of courses they offer bigger than others. For example, the Faculty of Nutrition Sciences only has the course of Nutrition Sciences, but the Faculty of Arts and Humanities has sociology, international relations, languages, literatures. So social sciences. It really depends on the study field and the size as well.
Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you very much. About the opportunities for teacher and administrative staff, are there some academic opportunities?
Yes, of course. So as Sara told, and we were able to present in well previously, we have 14 faculties. So all of them are able to welcome teaching staff and administrative staff. So depending, for teaching staff, the contact is normally made directly to the faculty, so that they can contact directly the teacher, which would be welcoming the other teacher coming from the Porto University. And regarding administrative staff, I would like to take this opportunity to inform you that we usually organize an international week for staff, for administrative staff. Well, of course, because of the pandemic, these activities have been in standby, but now we are restarting slowly to organize all these activities, and we are right now organizing another staff training week. So if some of your administrative staff would be interested in taking part of it, we would invite you to send us an email so that we may send you some more information about it. Okay. But yes, we are open to all types of mobility, and we would be very pleased to welcome all type of colleagues or students to our university for a mobility period.
Thank you. Great news for us. Thank you very much. About the languages, is it necessary to have an English international exam? If yes, which score?
Well, we have a decentralized management here at the University of Porto. So each one of our faculties defines the internal criteria in order to receive mobility students. Some of our faculties, they do for some courses as well. It also depends on the course the student wants to undertake. They demand the presentation of an English certificate. So our advice is to contact the faculty directly in order to receive all the information regarding the criteria to apply for a mobility and to be accepted for a mobility.
Okay, thank you very much. We have a last question. Is it possible to work and study at the same time?
That information is not academic, is an information related with the immigration office. So when the student arrives to the city of Porto, the student should go to the immigration office or drop an email to the immigration office and ask that question in order to receive the information. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, Ângela and Sara. En esta oportunidad invitamos también a las personas interesadas sobre las posibilidades de intercambio, el procedimiento y el paso a paso para realizar la movilidad académica, visitar la página web de la DRE en la Universidad Nacional y de la Universidad de Porto, su oficina de internacionalización. Ahí encontrarán toda la información disponible para que desde ya se programen para realizar movilidad académica tan pronto sea posible retornar en lo posible a la normalidad. Damos gracias a la Universidad de Porto por participar en este evento. Es muy valioso para nosotros. Esperamos que sea de mucho provecho para nuestra comunidad universitaria y todas las personas en Colombia y el mundo que se quieran apuntar a una movilidad académica a la Universidad de Porto. Los invitamos a seguir con estos eventos de la Jornada de Internacionalización organizada por la Dirección de Relaciones Exteriores de la Universidad Nacional de Colombia, que continuará la próxima semana. El siguiente evento será el martes 22 de junio a las 9 de la mañana, donde invitamos al señor embajador de Brasil aquí en Colombia para compartir un delicioso tinto y en él nos contará las grandiosas posibilidades que hay de movilidad con Brasil. Well, thank you very much, Sara and Ângela. We appreciate your time, your efforts, and your presentation. We hope to improve our academic mobility. Thank you very much.
Gracias a usted. Obrigada.
Have a nice day. Goodbye.
You
Thank
too.
you very much.
Bye, you too. Thank you.